Okay, so I'm just gonna shoot you guys straight on this one, from car photographer to car photographer, from brother to brother, from brother to sister. As car photographers, we have fought this topic for a very long time. But I think if this is something that you haven't started moving towards yet in 2024, it's time. It's time to start shooting photos and videos. Now, I've been thinking about making this video for quite some time. It's a title that kind of got stuck in my head for a little while, and I just kind of want to hang out with you guys and talk about it from my experience from being a hybrid shooter, someone that shoots photos and videos, but someone that thinks about social media and this space as a business, not just as something I do for fun. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alex. I am a content creator, photographer, videographer, and YouTuber. I'm a 33-year-old guy, and I've got a mortgage, I've got car payments, I've got a wife who I love and love to provide for, but that costs money. So I can't just think about this as a hobby or something that I enjoy doing on the side. So if that is you and you just want to do this for fun, then feel free to click off of this video. But if you want to actually make money doing something that you love, there's 4 main topics I want to cover with you guys, and then 3 extra tips at the end why I think that now is the time for you guys to move into shooting video. The car photography industry is wildly competitive. There's hundreds of thousands of us out there that enjoy shooting cars. So what is it that's going to separate you from the other automotive content creators in this space? My hope is that by you moving into the video space, you obviously can enhance your creative expression in video. There's tons of monetization opportunities. There's abilities to work with brands. And lastly, you get to build your own personal brand, which is what I think ultimately gets people to attach to you, to your social channels and beyond. So let's dive in. The first thing is diversification of your content. Now, if you are a car photographer, there's one thing you do, and it is take photos of cars, and you likely then post those photos to your social media channels like Instagram. But the interesting thing about that is that posting your photos to Instagram is like 1/4 of how you can utilize the social spaces that we have access to. For example, you have Instagram and Threads. They're kind of photo focused, but I know that I spend a lot of my time on Reels, scrolling videos, and that's how I get connected with other creators. Then you've got YouTube, which is long form content and shorts. Then you've got TikTok, which is pretty much all videos as well. By incorporating video into your content, and you can keep this really simple. Don't overcomplicate the video. You could just hold your phone to your chest while you're taking photos, and then you can post that as a reel. By diversifying your content, you reach more people that are scrolling like me and watching reels. Yes, I love taking photos of cars and posting them, but I am also a consumer of video reels, whether that is on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. So by providing both photos and videos, you're reaching a much broader audience. And at minimum, I think something that we all know at this point is that videos perform at a much higher rate than photos do. So hopefully just by adding that into your social spaces, you can broaden your reach, get a few more followers, hopefully, and this will ultimately start that snowball effect of the next tips that we're going to talk about, which is building your brand and making money. The second point I want to talk about is the wider reach. Let's look at photographers like Peter McKinnon, Larry Chen, North Borders, Life Through Optics, and then someone like me. I would argue that sure, you maybe found it through some of their photography, but more likely you found us through our video work, whether that is through reel content or short form content, or by following us on YouTube and enjoying the content that we share behind the scenes of our photography. I think what's interesting about this is that we are mostly photographers that are just sharing the video side of our experience, the behind the scenes of the experience. So I'm not telling you that you have to become a videographer who does cinematic crazy work, but I am telling you to maybe start sharing your story through video and start sharing some of the behind the scenes of your photography through video. That's essentially all that Peter McKinnon is. Of course, he knows how to be a videographer, but he shares the stories of his photography on YouTube. I think people connect with us better through story, through video, and through personality, which we'll get to in a later point. But I think the point that I want to get across here is that video will reach a wider audience, it'll reach farther, and it gives you more opportunities. Not only does using video to build your personal brand help bring people into your community, give you a wider reach, but if I'm being practical and bringing it back to my first point, which is treating this as a business, Instagram has paid me $0. YouTube pays me to be a part of their partner program. So if I put videos on their website, they give me a share of ad revenue. And this, quite honestly, funds my car. So I use the ad revenue to fund my GTI. I also sell online presets, and this is how I make enough revenue to be a full-time content creator. Speaking of YouTube, this is probably where you are watching this video. And if you take a look down below, you'll see that we are well on our way to 100,000 subscribers. So if you enjoy automotive content creation, if you are a content creator of any kind, I'd love it if you guys consider helping me hit that 100,000 subscriber mark. If you guys have ever watched one of my videos before, maybe you're a first timer, I'd appreciate it if you guys consider subscribing to this. I love bringing you guys along for my photography journey in the automotive space. And I will say we have some incredibly exciting things coming this year. We've made it, guys. We've got an incredible experience coming in April. I can't wait to share with you. Okay, let's talk about money. Let's talk about the nitty-gritty. If you are a photographer, you can sell prints and you can sell your services. But if you open up to video, there is a much wider world here that you can start to experience monetization opportunities. Your experience might be different than mine, but again, I'm just sharing from my experience as a photographer and a videographer. And quite honestly, I have made 20 times the amount of money as a videographer as I have as a photographer. So let me break that down for you a little bit. I've been paid from brands, sponsorships, YouTube ad revenue, much more than I ever have as a photographer. Almost every time a brand has reached out to me to work with them, whether it's as a sponsored post or whatever it might be, it's almost always been for video content, whether that's me creating sponsored or branded videos for them, or it could be UGC, so user generated content that they get to use. The world is moving towards video, whether we like it or not. So brands and partners that want to work with you, they're looking for video content. They're not really looking for photo content. Most of the time, they can pay someone or have someone in-house that's able to do this themselves. But if you set yourself up in this space as a video also partner that can provide reels or can provide reach using reels on your own platform, this is what brands and sponsors want to pay you for. Now, aside from even Instagram or social spaces, I've worked with people in Calgary, in the surrounding area, by building them videos for their businesses, or I shoot a ton of real estate, honestly, which I enjoy, but there is a lot of money to be made practically for businesses in the video space. So when you think about being someone that has to keep the roof over your head, it's always good to be expanding your network and be able to have an extra tool in your bag that you can make that monthly payment on your house or whatever it is. For me, learning video has been the thing that can actually tangibly move the needle financially, whereas photography, you kind of make pennies on the dollar versus what you can make in the video space. What I will say is that video, there tend to be a few more expenses. It might be more expensive to get lighting or microphones or two cameras with lenses, so it can be a little bit more costly, yes, but the skill set that you will learn, I think, is well worth the time and energy for you to put into it, especially when the tools are getting easier and easier for us to use. You have tools like DaVinci Resolve, which is free. You have CapCut, which is free. I'm a Final Cut Pro user because I paid once 10 years ago and I still love the program and I'm very proficient at it. You can subscribe to Premiere and pay an absurd monthly fee to have it crash on you every time you try and use it. But there's so many tools out there for you to use. There's tons of videos on the internet that you can learn how to do it for free. So to me, if you want to invest in yourself in 2024, I think one of the best investments you can make is in learning video. Now, the last of the 4 tips before we get into the 3 extra ones is all about building your personal brand. Video offers a unique opportunity for you to build a personal brand around your car photography business. People want to get to know the content creators that are behind the photo. I would argue that many of the subscribers or followers and the people in my community, they're here following me not because I take banger photos, but because of the journey that I bring you guys on and the things that I teach you behind the photos. I could just post these and say, hey, look, here's a Porsche. And you'd be like, great, that looks like every other Porsche on my Instagram feed, but it's because I share behind the scenes experiences and bring you guys along. Sharing that, hopefully bringing you guys along is the point. then that's what I think people are attached to in building that personal brand. So by building that personal brand, people attach more to you and your personality than just the photo that you're taking. To me, I much more prefer building that emotional connection with my community and the people that follow me, rather than just posting photos that will entertain them for a flash of a second while they scroll. I've enjoyed being with people in the comments section. I've enjoyed DMing people on Instagram and making sure that we are actually connected as humans. Lastly, by building a personal brand, you can actually have other brands that want to attach to the type of person that you are. I'm going to be working with Shell, a massive oil company, this whole entire year, because not only did we work on one project, but they enjoyed my personality, they enjoy who I am, and they enjoy working with me. So by building a personal brand, people can then attach themselves to you and then start to leverage your audience and your community and build their brand around who you are. But if you honestly set yourself up for success to work with the brands that you like, which I actually made a whole video about up here when I got connected with the PR company, actually these guys, Salt, they did a whole podcast with me about what they're looking for from content creators. This is very specific to you, automotive content creators, and how you can set up your brands on Instagram or on YouTube so that when people like this Salt brand are looking for content creators to work with, then they know exactly what you're offering, exactly who you are. And the more video you put out, obviously you'll reach more people, you'll be more presentable as a person, and they might want to attach themselves to a brand like you. Now, those are 4 examples from my personal experience, and I hope that you can draw something from that or encouragement that video is worth investing in. But I've got 3 more tips on reasons why I think you should get into video right now. And firstly, you get to expand your creative expression. Not only does a single photo limit you in a ton of ways, when you shoot video, you get to use music, you get to use sound design, you get to use overlays, you get to use all kinds of things that can draw people into a much more emotional experience than a single photo. Don't get me wrong, one single photo is beautiful and art and wonderful, but video, you get 24 frames per second or more to help someone experience that same emotion or feeling that you did in the moment. The second quick tip is really, this is about staying relevant. The world is moving towards video. So if you're not at least starting to learn some of these video skills, whether it's just posting simple reels of behind the scenes of your video, it really is important for you to stay relevant, stay ahead with trends, because otherwise if you're not moving up, you're staying static or really falling behind. So that's why I'm really encouraging you guys to at least start doing some simple stuff like holding the phone against your chest while you take some photos. Give us some behind the scenes stuff rather than just posting photos. The last thing is really simple, but I think you can showcase cars in a much more beautiful way when you can showcase the details. You can showcase a car in motion, which is how they're designed and they're supposed to be in motion. Of course, you can showcase a car in motion in photography, but there's something about music and adding these other things and adding different details into it that just bring the audience into those things. I love watching car videos, cinematic car videos. That's what I'm all about. If you guys are interested in this type of content, I do have some tutorials on how I shoot cinematic videos, so I'll link them up here in a playlist or something, but make sure to subscribe to the channel. Maybe we can make it to 100,000 subscribers, but ultimately those are just numbers. So I want you guys to remember that yes, it's about creating numbers and getting more followers and getting more likes, but ultimately it's just likes, it's just dopamine until you can actually leverage that into being business, until you can leverage it into being money. Realistically speaking, as car photographers, you can only keep this as a hobby for so long until you want to get married or have a girlfriend or a boyfriend that's like, so you're spending all this time doing this thing, but you're not making any money. So there's a certain level of practicality that you definitely have to think about here. So the earlier you can learn these lessons and turn this thing into a profit and into a business, then you can enjoy doing what you're doing, because I absolutely love doing what I do to make money to provide for my home and for my family. As always, guys, I really do appreciate your time. I hope that you feel like this was a bit more of a one-on-one coffee session where I could teach you what I love and what I know and what has been beneficial in my experience. I can't take every single one of you guys out for coffee and teach you my experience and teach you how to get better, but that's why I love YouTube, is because I can tell all of you guys all at once, or those who care. And so if you've made it this far in the video, thank you. Cheers to you. I really appreciate you. Make sure to leave a comment down below which tip you found most helpful, inspirational, or educational. But I do hope that I'll see you guys in the next video. Love ya.